Okay guys, we are live as always. Smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell. It is my first stream after quite some time actually, but I have a free evening today. I have a few trades open as you guys know, and I thought might as well jump into a small stream, see how it goes. Let's wait a second for a couple of people to join in. I think I just need to publish the stream like this, and I hope that now everyone is actually able to see this one. Let's just check it. Thank you everybody for joining the stream actually already here at this stage. Let's take a look if we are live, viewable for everyone. This looks good. I think there is no notification that went out yet to viewers. But let's see. The Mide is the first one that joined the stream here. Okay, there's a few more people joining, so we are definitely live. This is working. I'm not quite sure if you can see. Yeah, there's a few people joining now. What's up, guys? I got a notification. Yannick, nice to see you. Great to see everyone joining here right now. That's great. So although I haven't streamed in quite some time, let me open the chat over here. This seems to be working quite good. Guys, let me know, how is the sound quality? Can you hear me good? Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? As you guys know, I haven't streamed in a long time. What's up, what's up? Arizona. Yeah, put in the chat, guys, while we are waiting for some more people to join before we jump into the content and stuff. You can definitely let me know where you guys are joining in from. I think for me it's already now 12, so it's slightly past midnight for me here already actually. But I thought for the rest of the world most people should have a great evening or are even in the middle of the day currently. So I thought this might be a good time to open up the stream here. I already see there's a lot of people from different places. Germany, Switzerland, from the US, Toronto, Canada, more people from Canada. That's great to see. Welcome everyone for sure. I will wait a little bit longer till some more people have joined. In the meantime, you can already smash up a like for sure, so we can see some nice likes here on the live stream accumulating. That would be amazing. Maybe I will do this then a little bit more often in the future if you guys enjoy streams like this. Yannick, I told you in my, not last video, in the video before, as you know, I bought 2.5 Bitcoin. So we were actually, in the meantime, we were down at, I can actually show you exactly how far we were down with this account balance after buying the 2.5 Bitcoin. Let's see. After buying the 2.5 Bitcoin, we were down of our profits. As you guys can see, we started this account back a few months ago at 33K. We traded it up all the way to around 300K. And then, as I posted also on Levex, I bought 2.5 Bitcoin spot. This pushed us down to around 76. Now we already recovered a little bit. I recovered this actually a little bit off stream as well and off videos. As you guys know, I'm not trading everything that I do publicly, but most of it, to be honest, most of it, all setups that I feel very comfortable in, I share with you guys. I don't want to give you any setups where I myself feel that I'm taking a little bit more risk than somebody with maybe not the same trading history on the account as I have should be doing. And now we're up a little bit again, but yeah, this is what happened. Maybe you didn't watch the previous video, but yeah, we bought 2.5 BTC spot, as I also posted here in my posts a while ago. Let us go back here. I mean, we had this long position, as you know, that we opened at $80,000, right? This was the last trade I think I announced. Let's take a look. Where did I post this? I also mentioned in the last video here, 70 days ago, buy another 0.5 BTC. And before this, I will use 170K of our current trading profits for to buy 2 BTC spot. So this is exactly actually what happened. But yeah, we are now in a short for quite some time again. As you guys know, the market is not looking all too great since we saw the bounce from the USDT dominance, to be honest. But we will speak about this in a second, as soon as some more people have joined the stream. Welcome to everyone that already joined here. Make sure to smash up a like and let us know when you guys feel comfortable, and we can just then jump right into some content. XRP is moving down quite nicely. I will probably do a little bit of a risky trade here with XRP in this stream. I'm looking to scale this trade up for XRP. It's right now $520,000 in size, but I'm actually planning to scale this up quite aggressively, to be honest, because we had this slight continuation pattern here on the very small time frames we just broke out. So as soon as we pretty much break through this low over here with a 1 hourly, so with this 1 hourly, potentially maybe with the next one, if we even get to these prices again. But if we close below these lows, I expect XRP to definitely fall lower. So I will probably double up this trade, keeping the stop loss in a profit, and we will see where to go from then, if we can actually find something in the charts on the smaller time frame to double it again, or if we will then keep it at the position size it will be at that time. The Bitcoin trade, I don't really have plans for it so far. I definitely want to wait for how this weekend ends up. I mean, the weekly candle for Bitcoin doesn't look all too bullish right now. It definitely looks more like a weekly candle that will most likely retest, the $77,000, $76,000 level again before we can expect any further aggressive upside. That's at least if this weekly candle closes below the $84,000. If we close below that, this weekly candle for Bitcoin wouldn't look all too great. So we'll need to keep an eye on that a little bit. And also on the liquidation heat map, we can see that it is getting a little bit more dense over here on the long side for liquidation. So I'm also definitely keeping an eye on that a little bit here. But yeah, guys, let me know in the chat as well if you have any specific things you want to know. We can take a look at Bitcoin for the long term if you guys want. I know a lot of people don't know my long-term chart, so if you guys want to take a look at that, for everyone that is joining new here, we can do that for sure. And also one thing that was scaring me a little bit in our free Discord community, as you guys know if you're part of it, my colleagues just posted an update yesterday as well. This here is showing a little bit whale activity compared to the normal Bitcoin holders. And what we can see is that inflows to exchanges are pretty much increasing. So there's more and more big wallets and whales pretty much depositing Bitcoin to exchanges while price is going down, which definitely indicates pretty much that there is big players using these current prices still. I mean, we just had one of the largest inflows, weeks of inflows in this last week, even at these prices, which normally signals, if these BTC are moved to exchanges, it normally signals that they are looking to be sold, or at least they want to keep them ready to sell them in the case that the price starts moving lower, or we see even much higher levels. So this is like a little bit of speculation for sure always, but it definitely means that there is a little bit more interest in trading the BTC actively at these price levels and not only holding them in the HODL portfolio. And if the big players are doing it, it mostly signals some volatility. Let's see, I'm buying BTC on spot. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just bought, as you saw 2 weeks ago, also 2.5 BTC at spot, actually around these prices, a little bit higher even. So, I mean, for sure, we are also in with our HODL portfolio still. That's why also sometimes these short positions can be nice. They don't even need to succeed necessarily. They can just act as a small hedge for your hodling portfolio, right? That's always important when you're trading, that you pretty much keep in mind that you also are holding a lot of these assets spot, right? So a short like this, for example, can just be a setup for making sure that if you fall lower, that you have some room to the downside and you make sure that you can actually take some profits. But for now, this XRP trade is definitely not far enough from the entry to scale it up currently. And also, this is a not so big position. But at least, I mean, if we continue to go down, it's hedging a little bit of our spot. We can close the short then at price levels where we think the price will reverse, and can take this money and throw it into our spot portfolio. And that's how over bear and bull cycles you can most of the time quite efficiently scale up your hodl positions, which is always great. XRP is going lower. I mean, as said, we are here right now on the very, very small time frames. It's not, it reached its price target theoretically already with this dump. So for it to actually go lower, we definitely would need to fall below the 2.366. If this doesn't happen, I wouldn't be extremely scared of the fact that it, oh wow, there's now an ad running. Why don't I have YouTube Premium anymore? That's not so nice. But yeah, I mean, we would need to definitely fall below the 2.365 for XRP. And I'm keeping an eye on this now. If this doesn't happen, we don't need to be scared all too much about it, to be honest. Let's see. And long positions are always great as well. I mean, as you guys know, we open swing positions below $20,000. I mean, all of them are closed at this point. We don't have any long swing positions open anymore, but where did the profits move of these long swing positions? Into our hodl to a certain degree and to a majority. So again, this then is just at the end of the day a continuous long position, but you don't need to pay funding fees and stuff like this anymore. I mean, this bull market, we actually didn't really have the problem, interestingly enough, if we are taking a look and zooming out a little bit on funding. We can see that this entire bull run, pretty much, we never ran into any big funding issues. The only time we ran into some funding issues was when we pushed to the $70,000 level in March. I mean, I think you remember, guys, that I uploaded a video here, The Truth, where I also said that I'm closing majority of my swing longs because funding fees were getting so high that if we went into a sideways or the correction as we predicted it down to the $50,000 level, I didn't want to stay in these long positions all too much and waste so many profits. But yeah, besides this, we never really ran into issues. I mean, this is also because a lot more people understood the strategy of funding fee farming. Also a big reason why the market moves so aggressively in either direction for cryptocurrencies is very based around the whole concept of funding fee farming. I can make a video about that if you guys are interested in this in the future as well. But for now, let's take a look at the bigger time frames, maybe, if you want to maybe take a look at that. Also, welcome to everyone new. If you want to smash up a like, don't forget to smash up a like. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads, and make sure to join our free Discord community. That's always great. I mean, people are exchanging ideas there. We are posting some updates there from now and then, and for sure. Altcoin Daily brought me, yeah, I saw. It was very nice of them. I mean, they are watching, or I know them also for a very long time already. They are very OG people in the game. I mean, they are like, I think, I mean, I'm in crypto since 2016. I'm uploading YouTube videos about crypto since 2017. If I'm not wrong, they are pretty much almost as long in the space as I am, or maybe even longer. I'm not quite sure when they started uploading videos, but it is years and years and years ago as well. Made some very great calls, these guys as well. Do you have short-term trades? Yeah, right now we have the $2 million, almost $2 million in shorts for short-term. For the short-term, we have a $1.4 million Bitcoin short that I'm looking to scale up depending on how this week goes. I mean, if you watched my today's video, you know exactly what I'm pretty much waiting on. Same goes for this XRP trade, although this XRP trade is definitely a lot more risky as it is opened a lot more recently. So we will need to keep an eye on this a little bit more, but my intention is to scale this XRP trade up a lot more aggressively as we are very close to my entry still. So me scaling this up will not impact my average entry as much as if I start scaling this up at a later stage, right? So that's definitely a goal here, to start scaling this up a little bit earlier than actually too late. And then when the price starts really moving in the direction we want to, we will probably leave it sitting for some time. Do you have an eye on the USDT dominance? Yes, for sure. I mean, the USDT dominance is right now not doing as much. We are going a little bit sideways. We are still struggling to break properly through these USDT dominance lows, which is great for the bulls, for sure. But as we can also see, the USDT dominance is also not really forming any kinds of lows here at this point. So as soon as the USDT dominance breaks above this high here on the 4-hourly time frame, we will definitely also see a bearish start into the next week. That's for sure, at least in my opinion. I mean, no guarantees, but in my opinion, there's a very, very high likelihood of that. So let's hope we can push the USDT dominance a little bit down. I mean, I know that I'm in short positions right now, but as said, I would be more than happy if this bull run continues right now, right here. I just bought 2.5 BTC spot, as I announced, as you guys know, 2 weeks ago, or now almost 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, if we're just continuing to moving upwards, it would be a lot more nice for my HODL portfolio. But at the end of the day, if you're trading actively, right, you want to make sure that you are prepared for any kind of market move. So yes. Can we copy your trades? I don't really do copy trading. I mean, if I'm very confident in my setups, which are most of the time, but I'm also trading privately. I'm not sharing everything all the time. I mean, there's just no reason for me if I feel like it's a little bit more of a risky setup and I know that people will make me responsible for it. I most of the time just share the setups that I'm very confident in. But I more than rarely just also share my exact entries and exits. I do this on Levex most of the time. Opened a small long again with lower leverage. I'm pretty much sharing my exact entries and exits here a lot of times for people to follow. And as a lot of people know, when we traded the $33,000 account all the way up to $300,000 like we did now recently, I also shared my entire P&L history in every single video and so on and so on. So yeah, I'm I think pretty transparent with this kind of stuff. Just I'm not uploading videos every single day, right? As you can see here, for example, opening risky long 25 days ago, where I'm sharing the exact order, for sure. But yeah, let's see. What is the market doing? I mean, it's quite boring currently still. I mean, we still have room to the upside. There's not really any volatility coming in, which is a little bit surprising, to be honest. I mean, the open interest, at least on the smaller time frames, if we go back here, is rising a little bit again. But also nothing all too interesting. And I mean, there's still, at least on the perps, I think spot is displaying pretty much the same. There's still people trying to long the sub $48,000 currently. On the short, we only have some bigger orders coming in at a little bit of higher prices, which is quite interesting. But besides this, I mean, we are moving a lot of sideways for the last couple of hours and also for the last few days. There's not much movement happening. So let's hope there is some volatility coming in here in either direction. I don't really care even if this Ripple trade, even if we close it again. I would definitely close it if we climb back above these highs over here. But for now, let's see. I'm expecting some volatility to come in for tomorrow, definitely, for Sunday. That's for sure. BTC dominance on the 4-hourly 200 moving average, interesting level. What do you think? Yeah, can be. I mean, I'm not, to be honest, I have not really looked. Wait, I need to double check here which one is the 50. Then this should be the, this is the 200 actually. 200 moving average on the 4-hourly for the USDT. It's not even loading for me actually. Ah, there it is. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I haven't looked at it, to be honest, at all for the USDT dominance, the moving average. But is it something that we don't tend to pretty much use it as support all too long. I mean, as it seems like we most of the time trade, I mean in aggressive run-ups we do, but we regularly fall below it. I'm not quite sure if I would use this as a support on the smaller time frames. It seems to be broken and faked out to the downside quite regularly. But in general, yes, for sure, I mean the moving average is bringing in some support here. And the more support we get, the worse it will be for our general HODL portfolio, that's for sure. I mean, everyone knows, just for the people that are maybe new, also for the USDT dominance. In the history, the USDT dominance, and I mean, what is the USDT dominance showing us? It's showing us pretty simple how much of the entire cryptocurrency market cap is consistent of USDT, right? So it's pretty much showing us the cash reserves that people actively have in the cryptocurrency space ready to deploy. And usually people never go 100% all in. Most people, or at least on exchanges or the exchanges itself, they have some dollars in the backhand, right? To maybe have a final trade. Just it's common, it's nature for people that they usually don't fully go all in. And for sure this is rising at all times, because the cryptocurrency market is getting bigger and bigger, and also USDT in general is gaining more market cap more quickly, as a lot of people, compared to back in the day, are not fully moving out of crypto anymore, but they are just putting their money then in USDT and waiting for the bear market to end, for example, or for new lows to enter. So this is why the USDT dominance is rising in general. But normally, you know, there's a point where the people are just exhausted of buying, and this support was in the past a beautiful indication for us. I mean, if we're looking here on the long-term chart for Bitcoin, all of these arrows that you see here, okay, all of these arrows that you see here are placed at the exact same time as the arrows here on the USDT dominance, okay? These arrows are placed at the exact same time. As you guys remember, this was also in my video in March 2024, last year, exactly 1 year ago almost, where I said I'm closing my long positions because USDT dominance reached support again, right? You remember this, and we went into this very long sideways movement with even a correction down to the $50,000 level as we expected it back in that video. And yeah, this is something you can always keep an eye on, because as you can see, it's extremely, extremely accurate. If the USDT reserves of people are drying up, right, there's just no more USDT available to buy. Yes, this has changed a little bit with our spot ETFs now. I think this is why also now we were able to break below this USDT support for the first time ever, because we just have the spot ETFs. Which changed a lot in the markets, right? But in general, if we have a strong downtrend or a strong trend to the downside for the USDT dominance, which is bullish for the Bitcoin price, and we break this downtrend to the upside and reverse, this usually, or I mean, so far in almost 100% of the cases, to be honest, this is, I mean, even here is a very strong downward sloping resistance, even more similar to these ones that we have seen in the past. I mean, at the end of the day, we see very strong reversals for the USDT dominance in the past. 50% corrections, 34% corrections like this one, or even entire starts to new bear markets like here or here, where we really started the next bear market. And I mean, what is happening now? Yes, we are breaking above this downward sloping resistance here once again. And yes, we can retest it, but normally, I mean, it's very, very rare that Bitcoin then in the immediate short term continues to move to the upside, right? It's very, very rare. And guys, don't forget to smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell if you are new. Make sure you join our free Discord community if you want. I think there's a lot of people actually joining today already. A lot of people actually joined today, so make sure to make use of it. It's completely for free. You don't need to do anything. You just go to the website actually, and if you're on the website, you just connect your Discord, you just click visit dashboard and you click join server, and then you already join. You don't need to do anything else. But yeah, so in the past, as I just said, this USDT dominance breaks breaks of downward sloping resistance structure has most of the time led to us reversing quite significantly. And this is what I'm here right now a little bit afraid of. That's why as long as we are not breaking below this structural resistance that now potentially has into support again, we need to more look at shorting upticks in the market than to look at longing downticks, right? You need to understand the overall market structure and how it's behaving and position yourself depending on that. You cannot try to short in a bear market, right? In a bull market, sorry. In a bull market, it doesn't make sense to short. It is much easier to try to pick good long entries in a bull market after a correction than it is to catch potential short-term highs, because also exiting the position will be more difficult, because in a bull market it's very uncertain of how big a correction may be, especially on the smaller time frames. So now, right, I'm looking, since this price level down here, I'm looking more at shorts, as you guys know. We longed the top up here below $20,000. We, for the first time, closed a majority of our swing longs over here. We let the rest running. We had some small short trades because we were expecting to go down to 50K if people watch this video. And then I let my remaining swing longs running. And since we are here at these high levels, and especially as we touched the 11-year resistance again at $108,000, as you guys know, we shorted the exact $108,000 actually. We shorted it perfectly and made a good amount. That's why also our trading balance went so nicely higher from 120 to all the way up to 300K with the start of 30K, because we shorted the $108,000 level, where no matter what you want to say, we have our 11-year resistance and we have our 11-year support coming in. So it was a massive amount of confluence of resistance, same as back in the day here, right, where we touched the USDT dominant support. We had on the monthly time frame our old bull market highs that were coming in as resistance, and on top we had our 11-year support coming in as resistance that was broken to the downside for the first time ever in the last bear market, right? So for sure then at this point it is much smarter to try to find good short entries on the smaller time frames, and also these short positions will have a much higher success rate at the end of the day compared to if you try to then enter a long position here. You will have a much harder time doing so. And it's the same. Now it might chart-wise look like we are more close to this upward sloping support, right, on the monthly time frame, right? It might be that you might think, okay, but wait a second, isn't it now much smarter to look out for long options? And yes, to be honest, we are now in this crucial situation where, and that's why also I'm telling you these trades are definitely more risky. That's why they are also not so big and I'm not putting so much capital behind them, because now we are in a zone where normally we should be starting to looking at new long opportunities when we are getting closer to such an important and crucial support. But now the market is contradicting itself a little bit, because while we are getting closer to the support, the USDT dominance is actually starting to reverse and is potentially confirming this breakout over here within the next couple of days and weeks. And that's why I am so cautious. That's why I'm keeping an eye on the USDT dominance as much. And I don't want to see, for our HODL portfolios at least, I definitely don't want to see that we are breaking here any of these highs to the upside, because if we do so, it might get quite ugly for the cryptocurrency market. At least we will definitely retest then this support here on the monthly time frame around the $76,000 level. And if this is then going to be, if this is going to hold, this we can see then. And if there's any signs of it holding, if there's any signs of the general market, the S&P 500 and the whole political situation cooling a little bit down with all the trade wars and tariffs and stuff like this, then we might start actually fully focusing on opening long positions again. And even if we see then a correction, we know that general market structure is continuing to be bullish, and then we will look at every correction more for a long entry than to try to short pumps, right? Shorting pumps will be relevant again once we reach this or this resistance over here, right? So keep this in mind a little bit when trading. I mean, it's most of the time it is very hard to trade one directionally, which I also don't do. I don't only do one single kind of trades, but either long or short. But I for sure focus much more on longs or focus much more on shorts in certain times. That's for sure. You guys, put in the chat if you have any questions, by the way, if you want to see anything. Smash up a like, don't forget about that. That would be highly appreciated for sure. So let's see if anyone else, or if you have general questions, by the way. I know that a lot of new viewers came to the channel today, so if you have any general questions, feel free to ask them for sure. I'm more than happy to answer them. So for sure, what does USDT dominance increase indicate? I mean, it indicates at the end of the day that the dominance, so let's say Bitcoin has 90 billion out of 100 billion market cap, which is it doesn't, and 100 billion is in the entire cryptocurrency space. I mean, when the USDT dominance is increasing, it normally means that there's more people moving coins back into USDT, right? And that's why USDT is taking proportionally a higher percentage amount of the entire market cap of cryptocurrencies, because all USDT in circulation are then pretty much gaining compared to the other cryptocurrencies that are falling in price, right? The USDT amount does not necessarily need to increase for the percent to increase. Just the other market caps of other cryptocurrencies need to decrease on average. I'm going to analyze Sol and ETH. Not quite sure what is happening on ETH. We can take a look. ETH is actually not doing much as always. Really, here I was looking at the chart with a friend when this happened. As you guys know, I also opened a ETH long here live. Back in the day, I announced the entry and it was like stopped out like a minute afterwards because the price was moving down so much. But ETH is not really doing all too much currently. I mean, we are seeing a small bounce here, potentially of this small symmetrical, but it's not really, there's not really big follow through coming through. And again, we have now structural resistance here for ETH above us. A lot of resistance, most of the cryptocurrencies at these times, they have massive resistances above them. And I mean, we really didn't perform as expected. Normally you would have expected, in general, after this correction latest here, you would have expected that ETH can pretty much run up against this resistance as it did in the last run up, but ETH really just completely started sleeping and there was exactly nothing going on for Ethereum, and now we are actually back at $2,000. Yeah, I'm luckily not holding really a lot of ETH. I'm a pretty big Bitcoin maxi looking at the HODL portfolio, to be honest. I have 90% of my HODL is actually in Bitcoin. Since now 2021 already, a lot of people that are following me actively also know this. I have very small amounts of altcoins actually. I'm pretty much almost just in Bitcoin. I'm also very rarely trading altcoins. I'm mostly only trading Bitcoin because that's just what I know best. And now we can take a look here also at XRP a little bit on the smaller time frames, because we are slowly, but we are forming some lower lows, and I definitely, if we break these lows here to the downside, I for sure want to be prepared to scale up my XRP short here a little bit. It will be risky, but sometimes it's also nice. How do you draw these 11-year lines on Bitcoin short? Please explain the lines. I mean, it's pretty easy, to be honest. Okay, Bitcoin is getting pulled down a little bit now. I mean, at the end of the day, I said it in my video today also, right? The most dangerous thing would be for Bitcoin to fall below 83,500. We definitely need to expect some very, very strong downside to come in then, especially if this happens before the weekly candle close. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Has a massive CME gap. Yeah, I mean, CME gap, I'm not looking all too much at CME gaps, actually. I mean, on the S&P, I don't know, but yeah, no, I'm not really looking at it, to be honest. I need to be honest here. What do you think, CBTC back above 100K? It will take some time, in my opinion. I might be wrong here, but I always need to say this, but I don't think that it will be very fast. We will need some time to recover, and I can also tell you why this is. It's pretty simple. We had a massive redistribution at these price levels here. We had a massive amount of volume traded all the way up here at, let's take a look here and take our VPVR also. As you can see here, we had a large amount of, thank you for updating. We had a large amount of volume traded over here in this range, right? Above 90K, up to $103,000, $104,000, a massive amount of volume. And I can tell you that I know it doesn't feel like the retail is here and retailers entered the market, but I tell you, we have a lot of retailers that came in here. By the way, guys, make sure to smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell so you don't miss out on any future live streams or uploads. Yes, for the person asking, I'm right now short on Bitcoin and Ripple, but I want to definitely catch this XRP breaking the low in the case it does it. I mean, we might as well also just form here some sort of W then, and then for sure if we break through this high here, I'm just exiting my trade in a minimal amount of profit. I mean, that's just how it is. But till then, we are still leaving the option open. What was I saying? I was saying that we have a massive amount of people that actually bought into Bitcoin at these levels. I know people don't think that is the case, but even Michael Saylor, for example, there is a huge amount of people that entered the market at these high prices above 93, above 94,000. So we have the problem that when the price will move here again for the first time, I know the expectation might be that, oh yes, we are breaking through this, but normally at these all-time highs, we haven't spent so much time in such a sideways move and fell below it so significantly, right, below the range. Because now if we will go up to this range again, there will be, and I tell you this is just the case, there will be a massive amount of people that are looking to sell their Bitcoin again. They went into the market expecting Trump, Bitcoin reserve, all of this, oh my God, $120,000, $130,000. We didn't expect this to happen, right? We already knew, but a lot of people expected this to happen, that I will buy Bitcoin now below 100K, let me get the 95, oh, such a nice entry, nice Bitcoin buy. They expected it to go easy, 130, 140K. And there's a lot of these people that are new to the cryptocurrency market, believe it or not, or for the first time ever actually got caught in such a Bitcoin FOMO, that they will actually go ahead and sell their Bitcoin that they newly bought, at least to reduce their risk and exposure to the market, because they now realized, oh, wait a second, I mean, there's a Bitcoin reserve coming, this and that, but we can still suddenly just go down and correct quite hard, right? So these people will take profits here, and this is why this zone over here will be not easy to push through. It will not be easy to push through because there will be just not people that are holding on for a long time. The people that are holding on for a long time that wanted to sell at 100K, they already did it. But we now just have new people that are actually even more weak hands because they bought at these levels and that they are happy that they can actually exit at the same price they bought for. And now all they are doing is hoping for the price to get there again. And this is also what's so dangerous for us currently with this support over here, because as soon as we break structural support over here, these people that would normally, or that are normally now waiting for the prices to go up here again to exit the market with a break even, These people will start panicking if we break crucial market structure to the downside and we start falling below 80,000, spending time below 80,000, spending time in the low 70,000s. These people will exit the market and they could push us down back to 50 potentially in a very worst case. It is unlikely in my opinion. I don't think it is the likely scenario here. But this will also depend a little bit on how the entire market goes, because we exactly see, since especially the Bitcoin ETFs are so big, we just need to agree on the fact that Bitcoin is highly correlated with the S&P 500 nowadays. And if there's general market fear going to come, people will need to sell their Bitcoin to cover, for example, margin calls on stocks. I mean, institutions will sell Bitcoin first if they expect lower prices for the general market. Because it's still a risk asset in their opinion and not a safe haven. So it is a very interesting time for Bitcoin. It is a very, very interesting time for Bitcoin. You could call it a little bit of it's a decision time Bitcoin is in right now. That's why also trading this is a little bit more risky than trading now months and days before. But we are definitely in decision mode here. And I think a lot of people can also feel this. If you really look around at the market sentiment of people, you will feel that there is somewhat of an uncertainty that we haven't seen for Bitcoin in a long time. Although we have the Bitcoin reserve and all of this kind of stuff going on for cryptocurrencies, right? There's still a high uncertainty going on. Yeah, guys, if you have any other questions, put them in the chat for sure. Thank you, by the way, for everyone that is watching out there. Very nice that you are joining me here in this evening. Make sure to smash up a like. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell. You won't miss out on anything in the future anymore. And also join our free Discord community, guys. A lot of people are already joining it, as I can see here. Just go to the first link in the video description. It is super easy to join. You just go to the website, you click Visit Dashboard. I mean, you need to connect your Discord account to visit the dashboard, but you just connect your Discord. I mean, I can demonstrate it here maybe as well. You just click Get Started, you connect your Discord account, boom. And as soon as you have connected your Discord account, you just click Join Server. Why do you need to connect your Discord? You don't need to connect your Discord. I mean, you can connect your Discord and you can I exited my long at break even, waiting for the next move. Very nice. That's good, because right now, I mean, it's not looking super stable. You might get a little bit of a better entry price, to be honest. But it's for the leaderboards and stuff. As you guys know, you can also verify. We have over $20,000 in monthly rewards for our members. I mean, every exchange is offering $7,500 in monthly prizes. And we have reduced fees. So if you want to have a few benefits, you can also on board with any exchange or even multiple exchanges if you want. As you can see, we are offering the lowest fees you can get. No one is offering this. I made exclusive deals with these exchanges for my viewers. So there's actually also a benefit, right? You're supporting me by that for free as well. You get some rankings and stuff in the community, but yeah, not super important. You can just join the Discord without verifying as well and just enjoy your time there. Why is BTC dropping? What could be the BTC low for this time? 75k. I mean, 75k is a pretty low level, but yes, for sure. I mean, it's not unlikely that we will reach this level again. You know, it's definitely possible. No, it depends, man. But I know that a lot of people are just going in with my trades completely blindly. So I'm sometimes, as you know, I have a private trading portfolio as well. And yes, for sure, this weekly candle is not looking all too good. If Bitcoin is not able to start pushing up soon again, to be honest, this weekly candle will close not all too bullish, and we will especially, and this is much more important for me in my opinion, we will close the USDT dominance quite bullish, which will be bearish for Bitcoin, as you know. And in the past, there was never a moment where we confirmed a break above a support and didn't see a more significant correction to follow afterwards. So, I mean, we can only look at historic facts if we want to trade a little bit of the bigger time frames. And for now, it's definitely looking like there is some more room to the downside for Bitcoin and also other cryptocurrencies. Now XRP is potentially breaking here the low. When is our hourly close? Our hourly just closed. Our hourly just closed above. That's not so nice. If it would have closed below these lows, then I would have already known that I can scale up my short. But actually, I will still scale it up a little bit. Let's see what is BTC doing on the smaller time frames right now. I mean, BTC is moving away from its support. As said, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin falls below 38,500, guys, expect some more downside to come in. Because especially at this point, if we are now falling below on Sunday, the weekly will close bullish for USDT and bearish for Bitcoin. So let's see if we can hold the 83,500. This will be the important level to hold here. Ripple is looking a little bit bearish. We might as well. I mean, I'm not quite sure how much impact will this currently have. Oops, I almost opened long. How much impact on our entry will this have? We can move our entry for XRP probably all the way down to our high over here exactly. Now we have a little bit of a higher XRP trade, and in the case that we actually close Bitcoin, if we close Bitcoin below 83,500 at any time with a 4 hourly, I will scale up the XRP trade more aggressively. Because if we fall down, by the way, why did I open like very recently, now pretty much 1 hour, 2 hours ago, why did I open this XRP? Or like it's a little bit longer ago, but why didn't I open this XRP today? Pretty simple. I think XRP is still pretty high on its price level. We are still, I mean, that this trade will succeed is not highly likely, but if Bitcoin pulls down now, XRP will follow. And I think XRP is still very high and is mostly only going sideways. And if we should really see a scenario, I mean, it's forming somewhat of a diamond pattern a little bit, but if we would really see a scenario where Bitcoin retests the $76,000 again, or even the $50,000, I'm pretty sure Ripple will correct down to $1 again, which would be a 50% drop, which is not so likely for other altcoins to happen. Or it's not so likely that other altcoins will have such an aggressive drop. So it would be nice to have a nice XRP short as a hedge for my HODL portfolio. And then we can just take these profits and throw them back into Bitcoin. That would be the perfect scenario here. As always, guys, smash up a like. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, by the way, so you don't miss out on any future content. Thanks, CryptoMo. I just joined Discord. I appreciate what you're doing for the community. Thank you very much, man. I hope my insights are helpful. I know I'm not talking about so many indicators and stuff like this as other people, and I'm keeping it a little bit more market-based, but to be honest, in my experience, and I mean I'm doing this now even publicly for 8 years at this point on YouTube. I'm trading Bitcoin I started trading Bitcoin on BitMEX actually in 2017. On BitMEX, the Bybit and stuff didn't even exist yet, and all these other exchanges. And even there I was already doing it live on YouTube. So I mean, I'm doing this now for 8 years. And what I definitely learned is to not overcomplicate things. This is something that I can definitely tell you guys. Do not overcomplicate things. I know it's easy to do, and it feels like you will make much more, you make way better decisions if you look at 1,000 different things, because you are the person with more information compared to the other people. But you actually need to be very, very specific on what information you then actually use for your final trade decision. And for most people, even for people like myself, it will be hard to do this. I tell you, you will get more confused and you will change your narrative again and again and again. It will be like more like a frantic person looking at all kinds of different indicators and on-chain data and this and this. You'll be like, oh, this is long or this is short and I should close it now because this is now showing me this. Although maybe your original very simple chart pattern with just being aware of the bigger picture, right? What I told you also in this stream already in the beginning. The monthly candles, are we near monthly support and resistance on the bigger time frames, on the monthly candles? How is the general market looking, the S&P? Are we right now in a bull market that is already going on for quite a long time? How is the USDT dominance looking, right? How are altcoins performing? That is showing you how much risk people are willing to take currently, right? How altcoins are performing against Bitcoin. This will give you a much better broad picture of if the market is currently bullish or bearish, and this will make your decisions for the smaller time frames much more easier, and you will be surprised that even with a simple rising wedge or something like this, if you have the correct narrative in mind, that you will be correct, because these things actually work, but only if you use them in the correct market narratives. Loved BitMEX. Yeah, I mean, the overloads were not the best. That's why Bybit got so big, right? At least in my opinion. And by the best, I mean the worst. Yes, exactly. Well, I was about to say, I mean, we were maybe using two different platforms there. But yeah, guys, let me know in the chat. I mean, make sure you subscribe, smash up a like. I highly appreciate it. But let me know in the chat, guys. What should we take a look at? I mean, we are still waiting now for Ripple to break it to the downside. Right now, it's still trying to hold this support here. But I tell you, as if we should close below. I mean, I want to actually wait for 1 hourly to close below. A 15 would be a little bit too early, but normally at least. But maybe we will play it risky here for the stream as well, so it's a little bit more exciting, right? I mean, it's this is the thing about streaming, that it is a little bit dangerous. You always get tempted to make some risky stuff and some moves that you normally wouldn't do, that it's more exciting for the viewers, right? But maybe it's better to wait a little bit. There's a lot of uncertainty by Bitcoin holds until April. Yeah. How can I find you on Levex? You can just go to the top search bar and type CryptoMo, and then just visit my profile, and then you can follow me for free. That's how you can find me there. Can you and MM host an event? What type of event are you looking for? I mean, maybe in the future we would do so. I never thought about something like this, to be honest. But also my channel is quite small, as you guys know. I'm not the biggest person out there in terms of social media. I'm not uploading every day, spamming content. Also, some people are always asking me, why don't you do this? Why don't you upload a video every single day? Guys, there is not. I'm trading, and I'm mostly trading Bitcoin. And I would be lying to you if I would tell you that there's every day a new trade opportunity in the Bitcoin chart. Maybe there is for some Chinese high-frequency trader that are only trading data-driven and are actually trading the 5-minute time frames. But for a normal trader like myself that is looking at the bigger time frames, there can be 2 weeks without a proper setup that you can trade. That's why I don't want to pull things out of my nose. I'm not sure if this is even a English term. At least in Germany we say this. I don't want to be just thinking about a trade setup just to give you guys a trade setup. How much quality will this have, right? Epic Gaming, this is possible. Yes, this is possible. I shouldn't only drink this Fanta here. I only drink 1 Fanta today, guys, before I'm getting flamed as a soft drink junk here. This is my only Fanta can I'm drinking today, actually. Trading setup ideas on Discord. Do you trade and which channel? Yes, I also sometimes post ideas next to the people. $3, great that you joined. I see probably you are one of the new people that just joined today. A lot of people are joining, so welcome to the community for sure. I mean, guys, if you have any chart or trade ideas and if you joined the Discord, make sure you post them. Would be interesting to look a little bit at ideas that you guys have currently as well. For sure, that's what we can use the Discord here for. XRP is still not really breaking its low here. Maybe we scaled up a little bit too early and got a little bit too excited, but to be honest, right now it's holding, which is nice for all XRP holders. Let's see. Bitcoin, also not too much is happening there currently. I mean, just like a small... it's not even that bad. I mean, I think if we would be looking to go lower in the immediate short term for Bitcoin, we would have accelerated here more quickly actually. So we might be in for a calm night, to be honest, guys. We might be in for a calm night because if Bitcoin would be ready to go lower here, I think we would have accelerated more quickly here. We would not be forming like a slow downward. How do I join your Discord? You just go to the video description down below. You click on the link that leads you to cryptotradeshub.com. Pretty simple actually. You don't need to do much. As soon as you are on Crypto Trades Hub, you just click Get Started, cryptotradeshub.com. Link is in the video description. You click on Authorize, you connect your Discord account, and you click on Join Server. And boom, you will be part of the server. That's all you actually need to do. That's all you need to do actually. Low volume. Yeah, there's also not much volume happening. That's also true. Actually, volume is really, wow. Volume is really slowing down completely. There's not much happening. Also, open interest has completely stagnated again. I mean, it's good that funding is moving up. That at least means that we are in a quite stable market currently. We don't have any open interest that is going all too strongly in one direction. Although we also need to keep in mind that 0.01 is mostly the top for funding fees. So we are reaching the top. We are going into the direction of the top for funding fees currently, because then just everything else, every other order that is coming in will be just matched by funding fee farmers. But yeah, open interest also completely slowed down, volume completely slowed down. We might be in here for a calm night, to be honest, guys. I mean, for sure with the XRP trade, I was looking for some volatility to come in, but if the market doesn't want to give it to us, it's fine. I might close this trade with this small amount of profit if we don't see any kind of increase in volume or open interest coming in. Then, I mean, market just doesn't want to move for now. Probably most people are waiting for the Sunday for Sunday. I mean, now in the last couple of weeks, Sunday always have been a quite crazy day for crypto. 700 viewers, yeah, quite crazy, guys. Welcome to everyone that is watching here. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for everyone that is leaving up a thumbs up. Sunday night sell-off. I mean, it would not be so nice to miss it, because I definitely, if we see this sell-off, I would definitely want to scale into this XRP short more. I want to at least double it. Over $1 million in XRP short would be nice to have. Won't you get liquidated quickly with such high leverage? As I said, I'm closing this trade in the case that we are breaking above this high here, because then we would form here a W bottoming structure, so then my loss can get quite heavy very quickly. So I will definitely exit this XRP trade if we break above this high over here. For Bitcoin, it's looking a little bit different because for Bitcoin we have a lot more space. For Bitcoin, I would exit the trade if we break above this upward sloping support here again, which is more valid on the 4-hourly time frame. So if we tried it here a couple of times already, as you can see. If we would close a 4-hourly candle above this, I would for sure exit this trade. But for now, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin doesn't really look like it wants to move anywhere, because as I said, we would have accelerated, normally at least, we would have accelerated a little bit more quickly here. If we look at the 1 hourly, we can see that we are forming somewhat of a small downwards trending channel, and this normally is not, I mean, we could accelerate out of this, but it's not so likely, to be honest. Like, we would have seen an acceleration already here now happening, and we would be probably down here if Bitcoin really would want to move down in a fast manner. This is not what it's looking like currently, that's for sure. Best trading time is obviously 24/7, bro. Yeah, that's very true, guys. I mean, it is something that people underestimate. It is something that people underestimate. Trading can be something where you need to stick around for hours and hours into the night to actually make sure that your original setup is coming into play. People sometimes forget this about trading, that it is being portrayed like this a lot of times online, that it's like this, okay, I open a trade, a few hours later I go out. That's absolutely wrong. If you want to trade profitably, consistently, you will need to monitor every trade live, and you will need to adapt to the current market. There's no way around it. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to be consistently profitable. It's often portrayed like it's like this easy game and just buy a weird course or something and then you know what's going on. This is, you don't need to buy a course, that's for sure, guys. Everything is for free on Google, you know. I mean, there's not everything is for free on Google. There's no secret strategy. There's just maybe advanced knowledge, that's for sure. But I mean, yeah, I'm also sharing everything for free, as you guys know. Let's see, bro, it's 3 AM almost. I have this trade on for like 4 to 6 hours. Will it dump to 80k, at least 83k? You are up, wait, what time zone are you in? You must be somewhere in Asia. You must be somewhere in Asia. Maybe Singapore or something? The Poke Bear? I mean, you don't need to share your location, but must be if you are 3 AM currently. Love you more, thanks for the live stream. Thank you very much for joining in, highly appreciated. Let me know if you have any questions, especially about trading. I'm a complete beginner, bro. What will you suggest me to do? Be a good trader full time? It will take a lot of time. You will need to just do it. Do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. It's in my opinion, I mean, I'm a kind of person that always did things learning by doing. As a few people know, I was also kicked out of school. But for me, I never finished school actually. But for me, it's a learning by doing kind of thing. I cannot, that's why I also don't think courses are good. You will need to get emotions out of it, which is impossible to just do. A lot of people think, okay, I will just not do it. I will just have no emotions. But if you are not an absolute 100% sociopath, you will not be able to do it, especially if it's about your own money. That's why I don't think trading with fake money in the beginning, which also people suggest, I don't think it works, because you will have no emotions there. But as soon as you then start trading with your real money, you will have emotions involved, and they will make you make bad decisions. And this is something you will just need to learn. And you learn this by losing and winning money. And you will need to do it again and again. Reading the chart, I mean, for me personally, if I trade privately, I rarely even draw something in the chart. It's just like a feeling you get. People that actually do it for many, many years, they know what I'm talking about. For somebody that is new now, it's maybe difficult to imagine, but you get, it's with everything. Like if you, a very good, I don't know, table tennis player also doesn't really look at the ball when it's touching his hand just knows where to go. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, learn the basics first, all chart analysis, all candlestick pattern basics, and then just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it with small amounts, but your own money. Do it with money that doesn't hurt you to lose it, but where you don't want to lose it, right? Where you are happy about the fact that you can maybe buy a free Happy Meal, whatever, right? It will still be an emotion, but over time you will still learn to get emotions out of it. And then you can slowly scale up. But it will be, you will need, I mean, I don't know anyone that is trading profitable that didn't do it for many years without having any real results, to be honest. I don't know anyone. And I mean, there's a reason for this, right? But if you do it and if you have the commitment, I see it more, especially in crypto, I think it's relevant for holders, right? I mean, if you are a holder, you can play a much different strategy with trading, right? First of all, you can hedge your hodl portfolio. Every time you get to price levels where you think you would normally take profits out of your hodl, you might as well maybe open a low leverage short position, right? And you can do this with very, very low leverages and secure your hodl profits, for example, by that. And as soon as we are at lower prices, you can take these short profits. You don't need to use trading or leverage especially to trade every day and to generate a consistent return every day. You can also use it to hedge your hodl portfolio or to get involved into an altcoin where you just had a news that came out about it. Then you don't need as much capital as you would need for it to buy it spot, right? You can just you can use these vehicles for different things, right? Risk management first, exactly. You can use these things for very different things, and trading is also very different for everyone. I mean, if you have a hodl portfolio, it will most likely make more sense, especially if we are at prices like $100,000, right? And you have a hodl portfolio, it will make much more sense to probably short for you as a person in general, just because you have the upside with the hodl portfolio anyways. So now you are just hedging, you are just, after you made great profits and the price already 5x, 6x for your altcoin that you're holding, for Bitcoin that you're holding, right? You are now starting to hedge the risk, right, of you losing your profits again, right? You don't want to lose the profits again that you have in your hodl, but maybe you are a little bit too scared to sell. You want to hold on. You are a real hodler. Okay, start managing your risk, start hedging your risk with some low leverage shorts at these prices. Then there might be a person that only trades Bitcoin actively. He doesn't have a hodl portfolio, right? For someone like him, it would not necessarily make sense to build up a low leverage short at high prices. Why would he? If then the price just goes up, all his capital is gone, right? So it's very, very dependent on who you are also as a person. So now what is happening here with the XRP? Can we finally confirm here something that I can scale up my XRP trade more? I would like to actually. And smash up a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. I would highly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell. Make sure you join the free Discord. That would be amazing as well. Ah, yes, I can actually unlock it, but it is more of a, I didn't share it on Levex, so that's why I also didn't have it there. I'm only most of the time putting the trades live that I'm also announcing one-to-one. Is it normal that in the beginning sometimes you will lose much money? I think everyone is losing money in the beginning, because otherwise, I mean, it would be like a secret. I mean, there's maybe very, very rare occasions where people just start making money from the very beginning, but it shouldn't be a lot of money, right? You should, especially if you are a beginner and if you have the feeling that right now you have problems, for example, taking your profits, cutting your losses, if you get greedy, right? A lot of people are more right than wrong with their trade decisions, but they don't know when to take profit because they get greedy and they want more and they scale up. Or they think, it's only going down for a little bit, I will just stay in this trade, it will go back to profit. Although their original trading setup fully got invalidated and they should just take this small loss, which then at the end of the day turns into a much bigger loss. So yes, it's normal, but it shouldn't be a lot of money. As a beginner, you should try to keep the capital that you are using at a low level. Too much greed is the problem, you lose. 100%, guys. Greed, I think, is in crypto especially, is one of the biggest enemies of anyone that is trading. Greed, 100%. Django, never sold, that's me, never took profits, never sold in BTC for years. But that's great. I mean, in a hodl, I mean, my hodl portfolio, I almost never touch. My hodl, I almost never touch, right? That's why making the difference between hodl and trading actively, again, also very, very different thing. Let's go, guys. We might see here at least a half an hour closing below the lows. I think I will scale up a little bit again then. If XRP closes these lows, I will scale. Ah, wait, we are missing margin now here a little bit. I either need to transfer, but I don't want to actually transfer balance into this account because this will then destroy the whole history a little bit. I much rather just take some, increase the leverage for Bitcoin. Bam, and like this we have 17k available once again to scale up our XRP trade right here. That's nice. When do you think XRP will hit $5? I mean, for this, the bull market needs to continue first of all. And as everyone knows that is watching the stream now for a moment, I already think that it will take some time for this bull run to continue and for us to break 100k. As you guys know, above 100k I see as a thing that will take quite a lot of time to be achieved, right? And guys, smash up a like. There's 700 people watching right now. We only have 400 likes and we are already live for quite a long time. So there's a lot of people that already left also again. So we might hit the 500 likes or maybe even 1,000 likes should be possible today. I think, guys, for this stream, it would be nice. Let's see. And subscribe, activate the bell. I'm uploading videos quite regularly, not every day, because there's just not every day something to talk about. I get confused with time frames, but I feel like this any more video hit like, thank you, man. I get confused with time frames. I see bullish indicators on the 4-hourly and bearish indicators on the 1-hourly. Yes. Work yourself down from big to low, right? Don't work yourself up from small to big. To find an entry, go from big to small. Weekly, daily, 4-hourly, 1-hourly, 15-minute, to then maybe find the perfect entry. You can try to do it on the 15-minute. But in general, are you German? Yes. But in general, you need to go from big to low. And if you enter a trade on the 4-hourly time frame, you would usually only change your opinion in the case that the 4-hourly time frame also switches the narrative. You should not enter a trade based on the 4-hourly and then switch your narrative because the 15-minute is showing something differently. And now I think we can go a little bit more short maybe here. Maximum exceeds the leverage. Ah, is this already the maximum amount we can open with 10x here? 650k. 650k is the maximum, no? Should be able to... Ah, because I'm ordering by quantity, okay. That was a small fail here. Can open a little bit more. Or we can't. Why can't we? Ah, because I do order by cost. Okay, finally, what am I doing here right now? But it's also 1:30 a.m. for me already, guys, so don't mind me being here slightly confused right now. Now we got it. And we can open another 15,000. Then we need to decrease the leverage, so we are staying inside of the risk limit. As still, we will close this XRP shot if we break below this low. But for now, what is Bitcoin doing? Yeah, as we expected, there's, as I said a little bit earlier, if we would really start moving down quickly, we would have seen a little bit more of an aggressive drop. I just said it a little bit earlier now. that we will most likely see a little bit, or we should have seen some more follow through on the short side immediately if Bitcoin would really be looking to go down fast. For now, we are still remaining here at quite healthy levels. As you guys know, I said it in my video today as well, it only would get dangerous if we fall below the 83,500. Till then, it wouldn't be all too dangerous yet. No volume past 2 days. Yeah, I mean, volume is still not doing anything. Yeah. Volume is, a little bit of volume is coming in here, but not much. And our open interest is actually also going down here a little bit again. Yeah, might be a more calm night than many people expect. Looks like a lot of people are really waiting for the final hours of this current weekly candle to come in. Let me see, guys, did we reach the 500 likes? I will check it on my phone. Yes, we did so easily. I just have to push these numbers more. Can we now do 600 likes? Is it possible? Or 700 likes? I don't know. Is this how it works? Can I just say random numbers and we can reach them? Thank you very much, guys, for all the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Highly, highly appreciate it. Will you be doing more live? I mean, if you guys enjoy it, for sure. In the evening, at these times, for example, I have time. Crypto Mo, when you enter a trade, is it market or limit trade usually? I sometimes try to do it with limit, but most of the time I just enter market, to be honest. Because I am on Levex quite a high VIP level. I'm VIP 21 with 100 million trading volume in the last 30 days. So I have 20% reduced fees because of the affiliate discount that you get if you are in the crypto trade sub community. As you know, if you do the onboarding here, you actually get reduced fees on all of the exchanges. Plus you are taking part in leaderboard prizes, $7,500 a month in prizes, and also lucky draws. So there's just random people that are part of the community getting money into their trading account, but you get 20% reduced fees. So I have this, and then on top I have my VIP level, so I'm only paying 0.03% instead of 0.06, and then I get minus 20% on top. So as you can see just here already, the last 6 days I accumulated almost $3,000 in fee back. So I'm not, because of my high VIP tier and stuff, high trading volume, I don't really have this high of fees. Bissam, are you on the more live on the English channel than on the German one? I wasn't live in quite some time, but you are super underrated in the crypto space. Yeah, thank you very much. I know this. I'm not like I'm not pushing my social media channels like super crazy like other people do, or like upload every day and live stream every day to just accumulate as many viewers as possible. I just do it when I want to do it, to be honest. And I think this is also the best way, because like this I can also provide proper setups. Okay, let's see. I actually will probably stay online at least till this hourly candle closes for XRP, because if it closes below, I need to find a way. The risk limits, how can I get bigger? 8.33x. 8.33x is the maximum I can then use. 8.2, yeah, this is then again, I already don't have enough sufficient balance. We might be stuck here a little bit with the XRP trade. I will not be able to really scale it up much more aggressively, which is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, I can increase the leverage of the Bitcoin short more. I just need to be, okay, we have $31,000 on margin in this then remaining. Can I now decrease to 8.2? I'm too lazy to do the math. Yes, I can, and I have 8,000 remaining. Okay, so we can increase by $83,000 again. Yeah. Okay, I mean, if more is not possible, that's all that we get. That's all that we get. But record your lives. Yes, I will put this live stream online after we are finished. Why is this massive dump happening on XRP? I think it's not massive yet, right? It's not too big yet. But I think that we just are, like, the general market is moving down a little bit, right? And XRP is still quite high. A lot of people are in profits in XRP still, while they are on a loss in other currencies. So yeah. And I mean, for sure, this is like, XRP might break this, right? That's why I also opened the short. We have like this slightly ugly rising broadening wedge here, and right now, but actually on the daily, yes, but on the 4-hourly, we are actually just reaching support now here very soon. On the 4-hourly, we will just reach support here very soon. But also now Bitcoin seems to be starting to move down again a little bit. Let's see. A little bit. But yeah, not really anything, nothing that is screaming flash crash here. For this, we would have had to continue moving down here more aggressively. Then we probably would have seen much faster lower prices. What about spread in the market order, judging by the size of the position? I don't really have, I mean, here order book is quite sufficient. I don't really have, and yeah, we are closing here below. Now we are going a little bit lower with the XRP. Good that we added around 130k to the short already. If this hourly now gets confirmed, we can increase a little bit, and then if Bitcoin breaks the 83,500 and XRP this uptrend line, we can scale up again. But then we will just leave the trade sitting. Then we will not increase anymore. But let's wait what the hourly does. It's not over yet. Welcome to everyone new also, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, activate the bell, smash up a like. Let's see, how many likes do we have? For some reason, it would be nice to reach 1,000 likes on this live stream. Is it possible, guys? Can we reach 1,000, or is it too much to ask for? Maybe it's too much. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy right now. We're at 579. Maybe we can do it. Once you're in profit, you can always increase leverage to max. You cannot lose, and no additional fees. Yeah, I mean, there is funding fees that can theoretically eat your margin away a little bit. So you need to be a little bit careful. So you need to be aware of that for sure. But there's only 755 watching. Yes, for sure, I know. But maybe there's some new viewers coming in. Some people already left, so maybe some people are not watching anymore that smashed up a like kindly. Yeah, guys, if you have any other questions, I definitely am waiting here right now for the development for this current XRP hourly. Funding fees 0.2% usually. It's usually 0.01. Right now there seems to be a little bit more short going on than long. That's why it's a little bit negative. It's not possible to get the info in a trading view. No, it's actually sometimes you don't have all the info for footprint and stuff. Now this is actually very simplified what we are looking at here. It's just a few additional infos. And especially this is kind of interesting because market makers tend to grab big orders. And as we can see here, people are longing or want to long everything down to the $83,500 level. And as you know, the $83,500 level will be very important für uns. Very important für uns. For us, sorry, now I was reading a German message in the chat and I was speaking German. Will be very important for us. Have you spoken about Ethereum? We have spoken about Ethereum for a very short amount of time, But to be honest, Ethereum was very, very boring. Ethereum was very, very boring. There's not much going on. I mean, but what you definitely can keep an eye on the S&P 500, guys, as I said before, are the current highs, right? The current lows, sorry. We need to get on Monday, we need to get through pretty much these old lows, because as long as we cannot get some proper support from the traditional markets, it's very unlikely that Bitcoin will be able to gain strength by its own, to be honest, because there's so many institutions and stuff involved at this point already. Important for us, yes, exactly. But let's see. Let's see how this hourly closes. I mean, we are definitely still not really in a 100% confirmed trade here for XRP, right? We will need to wait. Why do I have this open 2 times? We need to wait theoretically for the 4-hourly to break below this. But if it does, we can make a small final scale up and we have a very nice, properly sized XRP position, when we then can expect some more downside to come in. So let's see how this hourly closes, and if it closes like we expected. And let's see. By the way, guys, do you have any trades open right now? The funding rates eats up from P&L or from account balance? It always depends. It's different from exchange to exchange, actually. Sometimes it's from margin. On some exchanges, your trade gets then closed when your margin is empty. On some exchanges, the trade stays open and your liquidation price just moves up every time you need to pay. Long 25x, Sui long, short position on XRP, standing in the sidelines, nice. It's good. Standing on the sidelines is never a bad idea as well, especially with this important things coming up now at this weekly close. XRP really looking to confirm here. Bitcoin actually still, yeah, but now we are also looking to close this hourly below these old lows over here already. So there's a small bearish indication coming in here that Bitcoin might be struggling a little bit to hold these levels. But Bitcoin is definitely not looking all too bad right now. Bitcoin is definitely not looking all too bad right now. Short on Doge, I'm having long from 83,500. Take profit 150%, nice. Some nice longs here on some altcoins people have at lower prices, which is good. Any VIP group? No. I have only the free Discord community. I have only the free Discord community, guys. You can just go to the video description, click on cryptotradeshub.com, connect your Discord as you just saw. You just go to cryptotradeshub.com, go here, connect your Discord and click join server, and then you will be in the free trading community, by the way. BTC correction. Yeah, rising channel. That's also what I actually shorted here. Very nice. Rising channel. Will be very interesting. Where are these lines coming from actually? What is this line here? What is this? Can you show a little bit bigger one? Where's this one coming in? Where's this one coming in from? Can we take entry in XP short? I mean, now it will be a little bit. I mean, that's always the thing. Now you would actually be shorting support, right? Now you would be shorting support, which is definitely more risky. This is definitely much more risky. Okay, the Valerie 4 is going a little bit crazy. Maybe we just ban it or whatever, I don't know. Bye-bye. I don't know. Didn't really trade for a long time. Crypto Kero. Lifestyle, yes, the trading lifestyle is right now active. So let's see. Let's see what will happen here. Yeah, CryptoLuke, that guy was a little bit weird. He was doing the same stuff, so might as well have some quiet, nice conversations in the chat. Best strategy to scalp in 1 minute. Wow. To be honest, I don't do this. I mean, you would need to. This is like high frequency trading. You normally only do this. You only do this data driven, normally, fully data driven and algorithmic. I mean, manually scalping the 1 minute is something I never heard actually. That's a great idea, Mr. CryptoCaro. As soon as I'm finished here, we could do so. You ever trade news? Yes, sometimes, for sure. I like to actually sell the news. That's something I like to do sometimes. We rarely have news that really move the market. Now with Trump and the reserve speech and stuff, we had it. But we see what that turned into quite quickly, right? It turned into pump and dumps, and these pump and dumps got smaller, 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 till it was not relevant anymore. So, a little bit difficult. Shisha, let's have nice... I don't know if I can say this here, otherwise I think the stream might get a little bit reduced. But this is maybe a little bit too much for me, probably. I will stick to the shisha here in Dubai sometimes. What's your new BTC all-time high estimation and when? For me, to be honest, it will take some time. I mean, as I said before, in my opinion, it will take some time, and with some time I mean probably over 2 to 3 months for Bitcoin to reach new all-time highs, if I'm honest here. And I don't think that Bitcoin will ever break the 11-year support in this bull run, guys. I don't think that Bitcoin will ever break the 11-year support. This year, the light red one is the 11-year support. Even if we reverse here at some point or very slowly, new all-time highs, as I said, maybe in 3 months, I think at least, new all-time highs, earliest possible. And then we will need to break above this, which will be at like $115,000 at this point, and even then the maximum will be 140k then probably. Even if we start moving up now quite aggressively till summer, 140k will be the absolute top for me. And I actually don't think that we will continue the bull market if we touch this support again. We will, if we get lucky, we see one more touch, and that's it then for this bull. Let's see. Now XRP is a little bit reversing. That's why I should have probably waited for the 1 hourly candle to close below, but let's see. If it's not closing below, we are just not scaling up our short anymore, and we are just keeping it like it is now. So we should big short the resistance. I will do so, to be honest. If we get there, I will definitely focus very, very strongly on shorts. Sell all BTC when it hits around 130 to 140k. I don't really think you need to sell it. I can make a video in the Discord community soon how you can take profits actually without selling your Bitcoin. November 180k top. No, I mean, it would be nice if that happens, but it's definitely very ambitious. And HODL BTC, yeah, this I agree, definitely. I got burned too many times on the hourly and stuff. Yeah, for sure, but I mean, I usually don't enter a trade on the small time frames, but the 4 hourly is not showing us much different things actually. I mean, yes, for sure, if the 4 hourly closes below these lows here, it's likely to go lower, but we need to keep in mind on the 4 hourly we are right here at support. So either we are actually able to break the support to the downside, which would probably need Bitcoin to push lower, And otherwise I will close this XRP short here anyways, because there's a very low chance of it succeeding. If we don't break out here, I mean, what should happen? We go sideways, but without ever going back to my entry again, I will just close out the trade. I will just close out the trade. There's not really a reason to try to forcibly keep it open if the price doesn't want to move to the downside for now. That would be a little bit foolish to do. Will XRP flip ETH? I mean, the XRP ledger, I mean, it can be used for, I think at this stage, I'm not quite sure how advanced it is, but I think it can be used for pretty much the same things. If I'm not quite sure how advanced smart contract development on the XRP ledger is, but I assume you can probably build the same, should be able to build the exact same things. I'm pretty sure it should have the same smart contract capabilities as Ethereum, but I didn't look into XRP ledger so much. So let's see. I'm a new submate. Usually at what time you come online? Is it every day, a few hours before? Or normally I'm online very rarely. I just want to do it because so many new people come in. But if you guys enjoy these live streams, guys, let me know and I can come online a lot more often. For sure, if you guys enjoy these kind of live streams. Make sure you subscribe, activate the bell, leave up a thumbs up. That would be highly appreciated for sure. And smash up a like. Maybe we can reach the 700, 800 likes here. That would be amazing. So let's see. Yes, more often please. Live stream is great. Love the lives. Keep them going. Okay, for sure. Yes, I will do my best. I mean, I'm uploading videos anyways from now and then, as you guys know about my stuff. But I can definitely come online a little bit more often if you guys enjoy it as well. Why not? Doesn't hurt anyone, and I hope you can learn from it and you can see a little bit how I'm managing my trades live. Yeah, and looks like actually XRP is having some good support here still intact. I might close this XRP trade just with 6k profit, to be honest, or with some profit. This is also one of the most important things, guys, that I can tell you. A lot of people would just stick maybe out and stick around for the trade till it gets stopped out with maybe a little bit of loss because of fees. Never shy away from taking profits, guys. If you take profits, you made money. It's nothing wrong about this. Always good. It's only bad to lose money when trading. Even if you have 6 times the wrong setup, if you're always able to close the trade with break even and then you have a successful one, much better than if you have 6 trades that could have been closed in break even, but you always sticked around and they ended up in a loss, right? That's also important. That's also very important. 5 minutes left, then we will have the hourly candle here closed. Right now it is getting pushed up a little bit again. But yeah, I mean, I said it an hour ago already when this hourly candle closed like this. I said it already that we would have needed to see some more downside actually to really see some short-term movement here in the immediate short term. So as Bitcoin is holding up currently, I think that we might be in here for a quiet night, to be honest. How do you manage your HODL versus day trade positions? My HODL just is my HODL. I don't, I mean, I manage it, but I rarely touch it really. I most of the time only, it's also 2 AM for me already, sorry guys. I mostly only add to it, right? When I have trading profits, I add to the HODL. But I rarely take things out of the HODL and sell them. It's rare. And I will tell you exactly how you can actually take profits out of your HODL without taking profits out of your HODL. I will make a video about this. I think this is one of the most unknown and most effective strategies. Also just from an emotional kind of standpoint and also from a mental, like emotional kind of standpoint of doing it or not. And when to take profits or not. I think it makes things a lot more easy. I will make a dedicated video about this, how to take profits without the need to sell your HODL actually or touch it. Yes, I will do it in my next video. I will definitely thank Altcoin Daily. It was a very amazing video. And a lot of new people, I think, joined the channel, which is amazing, thanks to them, which is great. I mean, I didn't really anticipate that so many people would suddenly be on the channel, but it is like it is, which is amazing. So welcome to everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Very, very amazing, and for sure, amazing from Altcoin Daily. It's super kind of them. I'm an OG follower, also great, but doesn't matter. If you're new, if you're old, everyone is welcome, as always. Let's go, let's go. Is day trading with small capital worth the hustle? For sure, to learn it for sure. To learn it for sure. And in the meantime, you can look out for some options to increase the margin you can do it with by just increasing your earnings with your normal job. Maybe if you have the possibility to climb the ladder there, or whatever you are doing, right? On the sideline, you can already start learning it. I mean, it will take years anyways to master this. So might as well do it with a very small amount that you are not all too worried about. And maybe at some point you will get, over time with saving, generating small profits, you will get to a time where you have more significant money to trade with, but then you are already doing it for 4 years already, and at this point you might have profitable strategies for yourself and you don't need to start from zero. Because if you then start with zero with a lot of money and you just lose all of this, a lot of money, I mean, yeah, that's also not going to do much, right? Then you are back to zero. Instead, you can already start. It takes years, guys. I'm doing it, as people know from my German channel. I'm uploading videos about trading since 2017 on YouTube. I'm in crypto since 2016. I'm doing this since 8 years. So it takes time, guys. I know a lot of people want to have it right now. Bybit, I had some issues in the past. I would not recommend to use them, but Levex has the lowest fees for sure. That's for sure. They have the best and easiest VIP program. Is ETH dead? That's a good... Oh, the hourly is now closing and we are actually probably closing low. Is ETH dead? I mean... To be honest, ETH is not looking all too strong, and the problem that I see there a little bit is that, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people are in crypto and are holding altcoins because they want to get rich with it, because they want to make this next 100x, this next 200x, or the next 400x, or whatever it may be. And I need to be here very honest. What ETH is showing us is a little bit dangerous for cryptocurrencies in general, because it's showing us that as soon as an asset does not perform in a way that people expect it, they immediately lose interest pretty much in the asset, and they are not interested in the tech, not interested in using the tech on it. They were just interested in making a specific gain with it. And if this doesn't happen, the interest of holding the asset immediately drops down and becomes quite insignificant. And this is not a very good sign for crypto in general. We are currently, especially in this bull market, we are missing a little bit focus on usability and innovation. It's a little bit too much about just the next 3x, 5x, 4x, how fast. I mean, for these people, just trade it. You don't need to buy and hold it. You can just trade it. But yeah. Your advice on which risk to reward to use for scalping on the 5. Guys, stop trying to scalp 5 to 15 minutes. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's... this is like, you can do this only purely data driven. You could only do this purely data driven. You would need to have very high-end algorithms for this. You cannot do this manually, scalping 5 and 15 minutes. This does not exist. In my opinion, at least. Maybe some people are doing it successfully out there, then heads up to you. but in my opinion this is very difficult. But yeah, guys, to be honest, as it's already 2 AM for me here, and as I said already an hour ago, we are not really looking to get any form of stronger downwards movement in here, for now at least. I think I will slowly get ready for bed as well. If you want, you can subscribe, you can activate the bell, you can smash up a like. If you guys want, I will stream tomorrow again, before the weekly candle close. Let me know in the chat, yes, if I should stream tomorrow for the weekly candle close. Let me know. Let me know and I will go live for the weekly candle close. And yeah, probably we will make a video tomorrow anyways, but I'm not sure. Okay, there's a lot of yes. So yeah, smash up a like, guys, for the end now. Smash up a like. I see all the yeses, okay. It is confirmed. I will stream the weekly close tomorrow if you wish. And guys, if you want to stay in touch with other community members, make sure you go to the video description down below now. Go on Crypto Trades Hub, connect your Discord account. It's super simple and click join server. It's completely for free. And as I said, I will soon upload a lot of tutorial videos here for free as well. And yeah, if you want, you can also make use of the leaderboard prizes, over $20,000 in rewards, reduced fees and stuff. But now we're going to see us tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It was a very, very nice stream after such a long time. And yeah, thank you guys. It was a great time. Thank you to everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.